Everyone, today I'm going to start new chapter of chemistry. Chapter 2 is matter around us pure. The last chapter, chapter 1 of chemistry, we have studied about matter and its types. So what is matter? Everything around us is matter, which consists of mass and occupies space. And matter can be classified into solid, liquid and gases. Now here what we are going to study is matter around us pure? The term pure used here is entirely different than what you use in your everyday life. Pure in chemistry is different. That is what we are going to study in this chapter. So index of this chapter is as follows. This is what we are going to cover in this chapter. What is element, what is compound, mixtures, heterogeneous and homogeneous mixture, colloids and suspension. Now this is your flow chart of chapter. So starting with matter, you can divide matter into pure and impure. Pure, which is further classified into elements and compounds, and here I have given examples. And impure you can classify into homogeneous and heterogeneous, and here example of this homogeneous and heterogeneous mixture. Okay, as of now I am not going to explain you these terms. Why? Because this is what we are going to do in this chapter. We will start with very basic thing, element and compound, and with course of time we'll talk about everything which is here in flow chart. And in the end of this chapter you'll be able to understand, or you'll be able to understand all these terms. Okay. So now, before starting with elements and compounds, I want to tell you about one more basic thing, that is atom. As you know, matter is made up of any kind of matter, whether it is solid, liquid or gas, it is made up of atom. Okay, and some there are same number of atom. In some matter there may be different number of atoms, and it is the atoms that give you so many different type of matter around you. It is atoms that decided the property of matter. So it is very important to understand about this atom. We'll start with element and compound. How? On the basis of atom we can distinguish between elements and compounds. So let's say you have one atom, a red color over here, then one more, and they are in some way attached to each other. Okay, these atoms are, now if you see where these atoms, they are same in every respect. Okay, so these atoms, they will combine to make what we call as element. So element, you have same type of atoms, they are repeating themselves and giving this structure. Now let's say you have this atom. Now this atom, this is little bit different than this red atom, but wow, now when these elements they combine, again what they are forming is element, though it is of different type than this red one. But this is also element, this green one, this red one is also element, because in one here, first one all are of same type, in second all are of same type. Now let's consider this thing. So you have green here, green here, green here, green here, and then I will take one red here, one red here, one red here, one red here. So now what is this? Here you have two different type of atoms. Okay, so what it is forming is, one is your green, one is your red. So they are combined to form what we call them as compounds. So now I think the important difference is clear to you. Elements, you have same number of atoms, whereas in compounds you may have two or more than two type of atoms combined. Okay, you may have three elements or three type of atoms over here, and this combination, it is repeating and giving you this compound. Now coming to this example, let's say oxygen. So O. So oxygen is element or compound, because in oxygen you have only oxygen atom, so it is your element. Aluminium, short symbol of aluminium is Al. Suppose you have an aluminium sheet, so it consists of only aluminium atoms, so aluminium is your element. Now talk about gold. Gold, it consists of only gold atoms, so it is also an element. Now let's talk about carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide means CO2. Now here you have two different atoms. One is carbon, one is oxygen. Now here these two different atoms, they are combining to give you carbon dioxide, which is your compound. Okay, so here you see in elements you have single atoms of same type. In compound you may have different atoms. Now one more major difference, elements, they show same property as of their atoms. Whatever properties atoms they are going to show, the elements are going to have same. But in case of compound, property of compound is entirely different than their constituent atom. Let's take one more basic example of H2O. Okay, so you have hydrogen, you have oxygen. So hydrogen H2 in the form of gas, oxygen O2 in the form of gas. When these two combine, they will give you H2O. So H2O is what? Yes, it is water. So H2 and O2 individually in the gas form, they combine to give H2O, which is in water form. So entirely different thing. So in compounds, this compound may have different property than their constituent atom. Now on basis of these things, you can draw a table of difference between elements and compounds. So here is the table. So the first difference is elements, it cannot be splitted into more simpler substance by any method, either by chemical method or physical method. You cannot break down it to more simpler. Element is the simplest form that exists in nature. Whereas compound, because you know it consists of two or more atoms or elements, they combine together in definite proportion, and you can separate them, but not by any physical method, but by some chemical method you can separate them. Now second difference, they consist of same kind of atom as I told you, and compound, they consist of different kind of atoms. Actually this property leads to this last property also, because they consist of different kind of atoms, so there is no limit in which these compounds can be formed. So number of compounds existed are quite large, endless you can say. Whereas element, as of today, there are 117 elements known. If you see periodic table, you have 117 elements. Then property of atom decides property of element, and property of compound is it may be quite different from its constituent atoms. Hope difference between elements and compound is clear to you. If it is not, please go through slides again, message me, because this is your basic part of chemistry. About atoms, what is in the atom, that we are going to study in next chapter. Thank you. Please read this chapter.